Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. But they fought with expert timing. There were funky Chinamen from funky Chinatown. They were chopping them up. They were chopping them down. It's an ancient Chinese art.
Welcome back to Dr. Walls and Friends on the Sisters in Harmony Network. I am joined now with Sophie David. How are you doing today?
Doing great. Thank you for having me here today.
Oh, you're welcome. And Sifu Cliff. Some of you might remember Sifu Cliff from before. How are you doing
Well,
today?
thank you for letting me sit in here, Sophie David.
It's always good to have my brother along.
Yes.
So,
So I know last time we talked, we were talking about the brotherhood really of the martial arts coming together. And so now I get a chance to speak with you, and we talked a little bit off camera about the whole ninja aspect.
Yes.
And I had to say some of my original thoughts about the ninja were I guess is the word.
Mythbusters.
Yeah, Mythbusters. Let's go with that one. Let's do that, right? So tell us a little bit, let's tell the audience a little bit about what you told me about the myths with ninja.
Well, here's the thing: the American public has been led to believe that this ninja, this persona of the ninja, is one of a black-clad assassin with the hood and the funny shoes, the tabi.
Yes.
And what people don't realize is, and everybody wants to separate the ninja and the samurai.
Mm-hmm.
And in reality, the most samurai were ninja. They incorporated ninjutsu techniques and tactics into their teachings. The oldest recorded Japanese martial tradition is the Tenshin Shoden Katori Shinto-ryu. And in this particular system, they incorporated ninjutsu techniques, and this is the first system historically that we can trace back which recorded ninjutsu within their teachings.
Okay.
But they did it at the highest levels. So when we think of samurai, we think of someone different from the ninja, and while they followed the code of Bushido, some of the samurai work clandestinely as ninja operatives. See, the ninja wasn't a title as such, it was a job title. Ninja was a job, and there's various levels of the ninja. You had the low level or the field ninja, and these were known as, and first of all, the word ninja in itself is a modern term. The correct term is shinobi.
Okay.
And the shinobi, we have the Rappa, the Suppa, these were the battlefield agents. Then you had the Chunin, who would be like the field marshals, giving the orders. Then there was the Junin. The Junin was the president, if you will.
Okay.
And the head of family, the Soke. And with this person, no one ever really knew who he was, so as to keep his identity a secret.
Yes.
So I might have Sifu Cliff as one of my agents, and I may have you as one of the agents, but I'm getting orders from this person, who's the real leader, and I am the leader in guise. So there was a lot of confusion, a lot of trickery involved in how the ninja operated. Same thing with the costume. I like to call it a costume.
We were talking about it, and you were saying, we see the ninjas always wearing black and kind of sneaking through the night, but you were saying that if put in the proper social context, they wouldn't wear black.
They wouldn't, and here's why. First of all, black stands out against a night backdrop.
Yes.
So if we have black on, we're going to stand out. Black wasn't a color normally worn during that time period. Browns, greens, deep reds, those are the colors of that time period. These also blend better at night. See, you have to remember, the eye sees first movement, then silhouette, then color.
Right.
So when we think about this and how the ninja would dress, the ninja would dress the way everyone else dressed.
Right.
There was no special costume. Now, while they would use different tricks and tactics to cover up things like skin shine, oily skin, whatever, by using different types of ash, there was no ninja mask and ninja hood, these are typical Fuko-men.
Yes.
Right? There was no gauntlets on the back of the hands, there were no jikatabi. These are a modern creation. Right?
Wow.
The black uniform of the ninja came from the stagehands of the Kabuki theater.
Yes.
So that they were able to move silently, moving props in and off stage and such. So when we think of modern ninjutsu, this is where, and I call it a costume. this costume. Ninjutsu is a living art, first of all, mind you. It's an art that adapts to the time. So while we still teach the antiquated things like the katana and the shuriken and the kyoketsu shoge, we also teach a more modern reality-based version called cuts. It's critical urban tactical strategies.
Okay.
And this is what I call modern reality-based combatives. It's still based off of the ninja concepts of confusing the opponent, causing pain to the opponent, using reflex response and muscle memory and all these things, and understanding how warfare really worked, but at the same time it's on a modern battlefield.
Right.
Because what worked 1,000 years ago, 500 years ago in Japan,
It's
or
not gonna
China,
work
or the
today.
Philippines, it's not going to work today.
Right,
They didn't
right.
have someone putting a gun up into your chin, or 3-4 guys slashing at you with a knife. But the concepts of body movement don't change.
Yes.
You just have to adapt them for a more modern arena. You see?
Yes, I do. And you know what? Let's take a pause for just a moment, and we're going to come back on Dr. Walls and Friends and talk about some of those modern techniques that can be used.
Certainly.
Sounds good?
Absolutely.
All right, and you'll join in on that conversation?
I am right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm
So
right
we'll
here.
be back in a few moments. Welcome back to Dr. Walls and Friends. And as we were talking while we were on break, sometimes it's better to show you than it is to tell you. So we're going to have a demonstration between the two different styles here. And I'm going to step out the way so I don't get hurt.
All right.
I'm
We're
gonna
going to
step out too. I'm gonna let him do his thing.
have Instructor Mark Polidoro here, and we're just going to do simple outside movement with an elbow strike. So I'm here. It's real simple. Right? I'm here, rush parry, drop the elbow, double strike.
Looks good.
Cliff?
Yeah. I'll use my guy. Same.
Oh. Couldn't?
That's a circle punch you use here, right? Similar. I'll go first. You come on. Same.
Right. So, the same thing. I'm just going to use a multiple hit with a hook punch. We're going to block it. 4 strikes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 strikes. That's
And
it.
take down.
And we'll do a takedown at the end.
Do the same
But I'm going to
takedown.
be
We have
nice
the
on.
same
I'm going to be nice
takedown.
on Mark today,
Yeah.
in the sake of time.
All right, so let's come back together. So as you can see, we have two different styles here, but similar.
Similar movements.
Similar movements.
Circular, straight in.
Yes. And so if people would like to find out more about your styles, where can they go? How can they contact you?
They can look me up on Facebook. I'm very available on Facebook.
All right,
Or-
give people your name, full name.
That's David J. D'Antonio. They can look me up as Soke David J. D'Antonio.
All
Or they
right.
can even call me, 267-591-9383.
Perfect. And Seafood Cliff, how can they get a hold of you?
Seafood Cliff is on Facebook. You can find me 609-665-3889 and ackungfu.com and accungfu.net. It's both ones.
All right. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen.
you.
And we'll be back on Dr. Walls and Friends.
Those-